So, hello everyone. First of all, just I want to inform you guys that I want to make this video fully in English, guys. Why I want to make this video fully in English, guys? Because this will be very important video, guys. Why this will be very important video, guys? Because in this video, I am going to tell you a way that how you can explain a DSA question in an interview. Because, guys, I have seen that most of the people have a good technical skills but they get rejected in the technical interviews. The reason is they are not able to explain the DSA question in an structured way, because the main reason, suppose if an interviewer is asking a DSA questions to you, that means he want to judge you on the basis of a problem solver. He just want to see you like, are you a problem solver or not? So you have to explain your problem in a such a way so that the interviewer think that like you are a problem solver. Okay, guys. So in this video, I am going to tell you that what is the step and how to follow those step so that you can like showcase you as a problem solver. Okay, guys, so let's start with the also, guys, I have just taken the one of the lead code example. This is the two sum problem of the famous lead code platform. Okay, guys, just I have taken this question so that I can explain how you should explain the question in a interviews. Okay, guys, so let's start with the first step, guys. So, guys, this is the question of two sum. Okay, so first let me just write some steps that you should always follow. Okay, then we will come on this question. Okay, guys, so the first step is let me write these things, guys, so that you don't forget these things. Okay, so first step, guys, what you have to do in your first steps. Okay, guys, so in your first step, this will be your first step, guys. Okay, this is the your first step. So in your first steps, what you have to do, read the questions carefully. Okay, okay, so first step is read the questions carefully. Okay, guys, read the questions carefully. Okay, and why I am telling this, guys, you will be, because sometimes what will happen, while reading the questions you might get the idea about the question. Okay, so read the questions carefully. Okay, guys, so this is the first step that we need to follow. Read the questions carefully. This is the first step. Okay, now okay, this is the, let's move on the second step. Let's move on the second step. Okay, so ask the questions to the interviewer. Okay, ask some questions. Ask some questions. And why this is important, guys, why this is very important, ask some questions. Okay, ask some questions to the interviewer. Ask some questions to the interviewer. And why this is important, guys, I am telling you. Ask some question to the interviewer. Okay, interviewer. Okay, guys, so and also, guys, what kind of question you should ask. Okay, let me explain about this as well. Ask some question to the interviewer. Okay, so, guys, what kind of question you have to ask in this section, guys, in this is the very important part, guys. This is the very important steps. Why and which types of question you should ask. Suppose in this step you have to ask as cases, about the as cases, as cases, as as cases. Okay, these are the as cases that you have to ask in the interview. As cases means, yeah, suppose as cases means, let me explain about the as cases. What is the as cases? Suppose this is a question, guys, this is a question. Okay, and suppose the array is empty, then what you will return? Okay, so you will ask these questions to the interviewers. So you have to ask like this: sir, is this array can be empty? Okay, so you have to ask the question like this. So suppose if you are asking this step, guys, if you are asking this step, that means you are showing to the interviewer that you are a problem solver, you are thinking about the edge cases. okay, because you know when you will be working in a company and you will be working in a project, okay, so you have to think about the edge cases as well, guys. So that's the reason when you will ask this question, guys, now this is a very important question, guys. Edge cases, ask the about the edge cases. So when you will ask this question, no, that sir, is the array can be empty, sir, is the target can be negative, sir, is the element in the array can be negative. So you have to ask these kind of questions, guys. So this will be showing that you are a great problem solver and you are thinking about all the edge cases that can be occur in the product, okay, guys. So this is the very important, okay, you have to note these all things in your notes, guys, if you are preparing for the tech interviews, okay. So guys, this is the first step, this is the second step. I hope these two steps have been cleared, okay. So let's move on the third step, guys. So now, guys, now we are going to move on the third step, okay. Now we are going to move on the third step, okay, guys. So now in third step, what you have to do, you have to start your solution explaining with the brute force approach. So now in the third step we have to start our explaining our thought process brute force, and not you like directly code. First you have to explain your thought process, brute force brute force approach thought process, guys. You have to explain your here thought process, okay. You have to explain your here thought process, brute force approach thought process, okay, guys. So it's very important, guys, to note these things, okay. Thought process, because you know, and the main goal of the interviewer is to judge how you are thinking, okay. So this is the thought process, okay, guys. So this is the thought process, okay. So this is the third step, okay, guys. So let's see that suppose I am a student, just I am assuming ki I am a student and I am giving an interview and you are an interviewer, guys. Just assume you are an interviewer, okay. So how I will explain the question, okay, how I will explain my brute force approach, guys, okay. So just let's read the question first, guys, and then I will again come on third step, okay. Let's see, come here, okay. So this is the two sum problem, okay. So what's question is saying, okay, let's read the question. Given an array of integer nums and an integer target, return the indices of the two numbers such that they add up to the target. You may assume that each input would have exactly one solution and you may not use the same element twice. You can return the answer in any order, okay, guys. So I got the answer in one flow, okay. And if you're not getting, you can read the question twice as well, okay, guys. So see now, so I got the question, okay, guys. So now, because this question is saying, if after reading the question, you have to write one equation, that whatever you are able to understand. So I got one equation from this question, what this question is saying. So this question is saying that we need to get to a number, we need to get two number. This is the number one and another number num2. We have to find two number num1 and num2 whose sum is equal to the target, whose sum is equal to the target, whose sum is equal to the target. So guys, this is the questions that is asking to us. This is the question, okay, guys. This is the questions that is asking, okay. This is the simple question, guys, okay. So now, guys, what we have to do, guys, okay. If you are able to understand this question, num1 plus num2 is equal to target, just this is the question that we are asking, okay. The question is saying you have to find two number num1 and num2 whose sum is equal to the target, and you need to return the indices of these number. You have to return the indices of num1, okay, and you have to return the indices of num2 in a array. As you can see here, this is the array, guys. And if you just see that, let me indexing these element. This is the 0, this is the 1, this is the 2, and this is the 3, okay, guys. So see, 7 plus 2, 7 plus 2 is equal to 9. That's the reason the answer is 0 and 1, because At 0 index 2 is available, at 1 index 7 is available. So you know 2 plus 7 is equal to 9, and our target is also 9. Our target value is also 9. That's the reason the answer is 0 1. Okay guys, so now see guys, see now I am able to understand this question that I need two number num1 num2, okay, and that sum is equal to target. Okay, so let's see, let's come to the third step guys. Let's come to the third step. Okay, brute force approach. Okay, I read the question. Okay, now I am going to explain the brute force approach to the interviewer. Suppose you are an interviewer and I am a student. Okay, so now how I will explain the question. Okay, so guys listen carefully. This is, I am going to explain the brute force approach. So okay, so I will tell like this. So sir, because we need two number num1 and num2, that's the reason I will use two for loop to find those two numbers. Simple guys, you have to tell the induction why you are using two for loop. So I will simply tell, sir, because I need to find two numbers num1 and num2, that's the reason I will be using two for loop. In first for loop I will be keeping our first pointer I will be keeping my first pointer I at the first element, and in the second loop I will be keeping my jth pointer at the second number. This is the my jth pointer, and every times I will be keeping this first ith number, I will be keeping this ith element constant, and I will be exploring all the pairs with the help of j. And whenever my num1 plus num2 is equal to target, I will directly return I and jth index, because in this question we just need to return the indices. So this is the way guys to explain a brute force approach in an interview guys. Simple way. Okay guys, so I hope you are able to understand that how you should explain a DSA question in an interviews from brute force approach. This is the brute force approach. Okay, guys. So after brute force approach, what will be your a fourth step? Okay, what will be your fourth step, guys? What will be? So let's me write the fourth step. This is the fourth step. Okay, after brute force approach explanation, now you have to tell the time and space complexity. Okay, now the brute force time and space complexity. Okay, time and space complexity. This is the time and space complexity. Okay guys, so this is the time and space complexity. Now okay guys, so after time and space complexity, and again guys, how you should explain time and space complexity, let me explain this as well. Okay, so how you should explain. Okay, so first you have to tell that key, sir, I am using two for loop. Okay, I am using two for loop. Okay, and each for loop is running n times. Every times whenever I am picking one element here, one element, so this loop is going n times. So that's the reason we have an element and I am using two for loop. That's the reason the for loop, the time complexity will be order of n square. Simple, because we are using two for loop. Okay, that's the reason the time complexity will be order of n square. Okay, order of n square, and the space complexity will be constant. Why it will be constant? Because I am not using any space. Okay, I am not using any extra space. That's the reason the space complexity will be order of 1, that is constant. Okay guys, so this is the our brute force approach explanations, thought process, time and space complexity. Okay guys, so this is the fourth step. Okay guys, so let's move on the fifth step. What will be our fifth approach, like fifth step for the explanation? Okay guys, so this is the fifth, this is the fifth. In this step guys, you have to explain when, because when you will tell that the time complexity of this code is order of n square, so I am pretty sure interviewer will tell you to optimize your code. So now when he will tell or she will tell, so now it's time to write the optimal code. Now it's time to write the guys optimal code. Okay, optimal code. So now we need to write the guys optimal code. Okay guys, so this is the time to write the optimal code. Okay, optimal code. And after optimal code, again you have to explain the optimal code guys. First you have to explain the thought process. You have to explain the thought process about this. You have to explain the thought process. Okay, thought process, how you are thinking, why you are like using this data structure, whatever data structure you are using. Okay, after thought process, okay, now then you have to code, then you need to code, then you have to code. Okay, and after code you have to tell time and space complexity. Time and space complexity. Time and space complexity. Space complexity. Okay guys, so yeah, I hope ye this is the approach that you are following. If you are following this approach guys, you won't get rejected guys. I am pretty sure you won't get any rejection if you are following these 5 steps. Just you need to follow these 5 steps guys. Okay, so guys, suppose how you will explain this optimal approach, how you will explain the optimal approach thought process. Because as I already explained the thought process of the brute force, so let me explain the thought process of the optimal as well, so that you can understand the like thought process how you should explain. Okay guys, so I will also give one tips guys about this. Whenever if you are able to solve question guys, if you are able to solve the questions with the help of brute force approach, then always try to write the optimal code with the help of brute force approach. Okay guys, so let me write the code, not code guys, the equations that help us to write the brute force approach. Okay, so what was the equation guys? Let me again write here. The equation was we need two number. Okay, num1 and num2. This is the num1. Okay, and this is the num2. Okay, this is the num2 whose sum is should be equal to target. Okay, so this is the equation guys that we are asking. Okay guys, that we are asking. Okay, so let me again close this. Okay, so this is the guys equation. Okay, so okay guys, so how you should think about the optimal with the help of this equation, because I am pretty sure that if I am able to write the brute force approach with the help of this equation, then again I am pretty sure that I will be able to write the optimal solution with the help of this equation. Okay guys, so see here. Now this question is actually observation based question. This question comes in the category of observation based problem. Okay, so now you have to observe here guys something. Okay, you have to just observe something. What you have to observe? In brute force approach, I was exploring two questions. Like I was finding two questions in the brute force approach. I was finding two number, num1 and num2. Okay, that's the reason my time complexity was going order of n square. That's the reason my time complexity was going order of n square. Guys, you have to think just like this. This is the thought process that we need to build. Okay, if you are a beginner, if you are an expert, you are a medium level problem solver, doesn't matter. Okay, so see guys, listen, we are finding two number, num1 num2. Okay, so earlier we were using two for loop. That's the reason the time complexity was order of n square. Okay, so now we are thinking about the to make this solution in order of n, order of and time complexity. Okay guys, so we have to think in terms of order of n. Okay, okay, so what I am just observing from this equation, earlier I was exploring two number. Okay, so that's the reason the time complexity was order of n square. Now just I am changing the equation guys, just I am changing the equation. Okay, let me change the just I it's the actually guys, it's actually just the observation, you have to observe. So this is my observation, okay, and the observation comes with practice, okay. So see, so what I am going to do, I am going to just change the like equation of this equation, okay. So what I can do, I can write this equation like this as well. Num1 is equal to, num1 is equal to, I can bring this num to this side. So the num1 is equal to target 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 minus num2, target minus num2. So is this guys any difference, is this guys any difference? I don't think any difference. This equation and this equation is still same. There is no difference, guys. There is no difference. You can directly see here. There is no difference. Okay. So now this equation is same. But what is the main difference, guys? In this equation, guys, we were looking for two number, num1 and num2. But just keep a look, guys, in this equation, guys. In this equation, just keep a look at this equation. In this equation, we are just looking for a number, num1. We are just looking for a number who is equal to the target minus num2. Who is equal to the target minus num2. That's the reason, guys. Now what we can do, now we have a data structure, because we for finding two number directly at the same times, we don't have any data structure like this. We can't find two number at a time. That's the reason I just modify this equation in this equation. Now we have a data structure to find one number at a time. We have a data structure, guys. If you have basic knowledge about the data structure, guys, so we have a data structure hash map. We have a data structure, guys, hash map. Hash map. We have a data structure hash map to find one number, okay, because hash map store unique key. Hash map store the unique key. Hash map store the unique key. Unique key. Okay, guys. So we can find this solution with the help of hash map. Hash map, guys. Okay, guys. So what we can do, guys? Now what you have to, just you have to find this number, num1, such that the target minus num2 is equal to num1. Because once you find these numbers, this, then again you will bring this num2 in this side, and again num1 plus num2 is equal to target. Okay, guys. So now after you have to, guys, you have to like write this equation in the interviews. You have to tell them that, hey sir, I just like modified this equation in this equation, and after that I am observing one thing, that I can use hash map to solve this problem. Why I am using hash map? Again, guys, you have to tell them that why you are thinking about the hash map. What's the intuition, what's the logic, why you are not thinking about other data structure, why you are only thinking about hash map. Okay, so you can tell that, sir, because I am just looking for one number here at this moment. That's the reason I thought about the hash map, because hash map store the unique key at a time. Okay, guys, so you have to explain your thought process like this for the optimal approach. Okay, guys, so I hope, guys, you are able to understand my thought process, and you definitely will learn a lot from this video, guys. And guys, if you are thinking you need any help, if you have any doubt, guys, in these steps, guys, in these steps, if you have any doubt, guys, you can ask me in the comment box, guys. Okay, and please, guys, give me some feedback that is this video was helpful or not for you, or if you want the video like this on the interviews, on the thought process, on the logic building. Okay, guys, so if you are able to like make some impact, guys, on yourself, so definitely, guys, okay, comment. Okay, guys, and also, guys, just we are keeping for Tuesday like this. Okay, now what you can do, guys, you can practice questions, this question, and you can explain your thought process by a one, and you can listen what's going wrong and what's going right. Okay, guys, so I hope this video was very helpful, guys.
So bye bye guys.